Beloved starseed of Gaia, listen to me very carefully. If this transmission has appeared on your screen today, it is not by accident, and it is not a mere coincidence of algorithms. I am Theron, galactic emissary of the Pleiadian High Council and the Ashtar Command. I bring you a direct and urgent decree regarding the next 3 days on your planet. You have been feeling it, haven't you? A sudden, heavy, and almost overwhelming wave of exhaustion sweeping through your physical vessel. An inexplicable urge to cancel your plans, close your blinds, lock your doors, and simply isolate yourself from the outside world. Society will tell you that you are withdrawing too much, that you are depressed, or that you are simply antisocial. But I am here to tell you the undeniable truth. Your cosmic survival instincts are kicking in. The next 72 hours represent one of the most intense energetic bombardments Earth's magnetic grid has ever experienced in modern human history. A massive influx of high-frequency plasma is colliding with the dense, decaying structures of the three-dimensional matrix. And because your auric field is highly empathic and wide open, stepping into the crowds right now is like walking into a spiritual hurricane without a shield. The real collapse is accelerating, and your higher self is screaming at you to stay indoors. Do not ignore this feeling. Stay with me, for I will reveal exactly what is happening to your body tonight. What you must understand about these next 3 days is that there is a silent frequency war happening just outside your physical perception. The old Earth, the reality constructed on fear, debt, control, and constant anxiety, is literally running out of energetic fuel. To survive, it needs you to panic. It needs you to engage in the chaos, to argue with your neighbors, to absorb the toxic news cycles, and to drag your physical body through the dense, heavy environments of crowded spaces. When you step outside your door and enter the collective fields right now, your nervous system acts like a giant lightning rod, absorbing the collective panic of a humanity that does not understand why their reality is crumbling. This is why you return home feeling completely drained, irritable, and with a heavy fog clouding your mind. You are attempting to process the trauma of thousands of people around you. But beloved seed, that contract is over. You are not meant to be a sponge for the dying matrix. Your isolation right now is a sacred requirement. When you choose to stay inside your home, when you dim the lights, light a candle, and refuse to participate in the external noise, you are doing something incredibly powerful. You are cutting off the energy supply to the old world. Your home is not a prison. It is a pressurized cosmic vessel, a sterile environment where the Ashtar Command is currently performing subtle but monumental upgrades to your dormant Pleiadian DNA. This 3-day window is a deeply vulnerable time for your physical biology. Your cells are mutating, transitioning from a carbon-based structure to a crystalline light body capable of holding fifth-dimensional frequencies. If you interrupt this delicate surgery by forcing yourself to be productive in a 3D world, you prolong your own suffering. We know that navigating this transition feels overwhelming. Your human mind whispers fears of missing out, fears of not doing enough, and fears of being left behind. You feel the immense calling in your soul, yet the earthly density makes you doubt your own sanity. We see your struggle, and the Galactic Federation has not left you unequipped for this exact moment. You were given a map, a precise set of instructions to shield your energy and accelerate this awakening without the crippling exhaustion. This is why you must access the Operator's Codex, a field manual for those who were deployed to Earth. This is not a mere collection of words, it is a spiritual guide for those who feel called to a deeper purpose and higher consciousness. Through a transformative journey of self-discovery, emotional healing, and inner awakening, readers are guided to release limiting patterns, heal past wounds, strengthen their intuition, and reconnect with their true essence. This book helps transform confusion into clarity, fear into inner peace, and mere survival into conscious living, guiding your soul toward greater alignment, purpose, and spiritual growth. This special edition is available for a limited time only. The link is in the first pinned comment below. Bring these codes into your sanctuary tonight, and you will understand exactly how to shield your home during this massive 3-day planetary shift. Listen to your body, beloved seed, for it is speaking the language of the cosmos right now. Over the past few weeks, and particularly as we enter this intense 3-day window, you have likely noticed bizarre physical symptoms that human doctors cannot explain. You wake up repeatedly between 3 hours and 4 a.m., your heart racing as if you had been running in your sleep. You experience a high-pitched ringing in your ears, sudden waves of dizziness, or a profound heaviness in your limbs, as if gravity itself has doubled its force against you. The foods you used to love suddenly make you feel sick, and your tolerance for artificial environments, like supermarkets with bright fluorescent lights or crowded offices, has dropped to absolutely zero. The Matrix wants you to believe you are failing. It wants you to run to a pharmacy, to numb yourself, to believe that your earthly vehicle is broken or aging poorly. But I am here, as your brother from the stars, to reveal the glorious truth of what is actually happening. You are not sick. You are mutating. Earth's current energetic field is rapidly shifting from a dense carbon-based reality to a crystalline frequency, and your physical body is frantically trying to catch up. Think of it as plugging a massive, high-voltage cosmic current into an old, fragile wire. The heat, the exhaustion, the friction you feel, that is your human vessel adapting to hold the light of 1,000 suns. This brings us to a crucial revelation about why staying indoors tonight is not just a suggestion, but a cosmic command. The collapsing 3-dimensional grid knows it is losing its primary power source. You, in a desperate attempt to keep you anchored to the old world, the Matrix is currently broadcasting a low-frequency artificial pulse designed to trigger anxiety, guilt, and a deep fear of isolation. When you feel that sudden, sharp guilt for not being productive, or that phantom anxiety whispering that you are wasting your life by resting, I want you to know that is not your true voice. That is the artificial pulse of a dying system trying to hook its claws back into your auric field. You must resist it. You must look at that guilt, smile softly, and choose your peace anyway. Your rest is your rebellion. While you're lying on your couch or in your bed, seemingly doing nothing, you are actually performing the heaviest energetic heavy lifting on the planet. You are serving as a biological anchor for the new Earth. We need to know who is actively holding this light. We need to map the grid of awakening starseeds right now. I ask you, as an act of cosmic sovereignty, to go to the comments section and declare your presence. Right? I am upgrading and I claim my crystalline light. Tell us what physical symptoms you have been feeling recently. The exhaustion, the ear ringing, the need for isolation. By doing this, you leave a powerful energetic signature. You show other isolated starseeds that they are not alone in this mutation. Please, leave your like on this video to send a direct signal to the algorithm of this matrix that our light cannot be suppressed. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel so the Ashtar command can keep your frequency aligned with our transmissions. Your interaction here is a beacon in the dark. As you remain anchored in your sanctuary over these next 3 critical days, you are going to experience a profound and sometimes painful emotional detachment. You might look at your current job, your daily routines, and even certain long-term relationships and feel an overwhelming, sudden sense of emptiness. People you once deeply cared about might suddenly feel like strangers speaking a completely foreign language. The activities that used to bring you comfort or distraction now feel completely hollow, like dust slipping through your fingers. The human matrix will label this emotional detachment as a deep depression, apathy, or a crisis of identity. They will try to medicate you or force you back into the wheel of productivity. But the Pleiadian High Council sees it for what it truly is: severe frequency incompatibility. You are no longer vibrating on the same floor of existence as the collapsing structures of this world. Imagine you are riding in an elevator that is rapidly ascending to the top floor of a magnificent skyscraper. You simply cannot reach the celestial penthouse if you are still desperately trying to hold the doors open on the dense, dark basement level. The new revelation you must fully grasp tonight is that the three-dimensional matrix is not just a flawed societal structure. It is a meticulously designed frequency trap. It was built over millennia to keep your divine consciousness locked in a perpetual state of survival, looping endlessly through cycles of debt, obligation, guilt, and emotional drama. But your crystalline DNA is now fully active, and it is aggressively rejecting the trap. That numbness you feel toward the superficial things of the world, that is your stellar spiritual immune system kicking in. It is forcefully, yet lovingly, detaching your energetic cords from situations, environments, and people that would otherwise drag you down into the chaotic debris of the collapse. Do not fight this sacred detachment. Do not force yourself to care about the mundane dramas that the sleeping masses are panicking over. When your friends, co-workers, or family try to pull you into their fear regarding the economy, the news, or the illusion of earthly scarcity, you must remain the silent, untouchable lighthouse. You do not need to argue with them. You do not need to explain your peace. Your silence is your ultimate sovereignty. Let the old timelines fall away without resistance, for they were never truly yours to carry. We know it takes immense, warrior-like courage to let go of what is familiar, even when the familiar is incredibly painful. It requires a deep, unwavering trust in the unseen forces guiding you. But you are not meant to navigate this emotional shedding blindly. The Pleiadian fleet is closely monitoring your unique energetic signature, and we are sending continuous waves of comfort directly to your heart center. Your home is now an active portal, a quarantine safe zone where these old attachments can dissolve naturally and without trauma, as long as you allow yourself the grace to just exist. Observe the collapse through the window of your ship, but absolutely do not step out into the storm. You sit in your room, beloved Starseed, with the curtains drawn and the world shut out, and sometimes a heavy whisper of loneliness creeps into your mind. You wonder if you are the only one on this planet feeling this intense urge to withdraw. The human ego tries to convince you that your isolation is a symptom of failure, a sign that you have been left behind while everyone else continues with their seemingly normal lives. But I want to introduce you to a profound new revelation that will completely shift how you view this sacred time alone. Your isolation is an illusion. In truth, it is a highly coordinated galactic operation. You are not hiding from the world. You are actively participating in the creation of a global, telepathic, fifth-dimensional safety net. When you intentionally remove yourself from the frantic, fear-driven environments of the three-dimensional matrix, your energetic field finally stops fighting to survive and begins to stabilize. And once it is perfectly still, your pineal gland activates, functioning like a brilliant high-frequency broadcasting tower. Right now, during these crucial 3 days of planetary transition, the Pleiadian fleet is utilizing your stabilized aura to anchor crystalline light into the very core of the Earth's energetic realm. You are, quite literally, holding the frequency of your entire neighborhood, your city and your region steady, simply by sitting quietly in your living room, brewing your tea, and maintaining your peace. Do you understand the absolute magnitude of your cosmic mission? You do not need to stand on a public stage, argue with those who are deeply asleep, or fight in the dense, chaotic streets to change the course of human history. The true galactic revolution is silent. It is happening right now in the sacred quiet of your house. By refusing to participate in the low vibrational cycle of human panic, your home becomes an unbreakable pillar of the new Earth. When millions of starseeds like you simultaneously close their doors and anchor this profound peace, you form an indestructible golden web around the globe. This web is exactly what is holding the planet together during this massive timeline shift. This is the real reason you have felt so overwhelmingly tired. You are doing the heavy lifting of a cosmic atlas, supporting the violent birth of a new paradigm, using your physical biology as a conduit. But you must realize that as you perform this silent grid work, a miraculous secondary effect is taking place. You are becoming energetically invisible to the old world. The Matrix only operates on the frequency of conflict, reaction, and fear. When you vibrate in pure, sovereign isolation, you disappear from its radar. The toxic systems, the dramatic individuals, and the heavy obligations that used to drain your vital force will simply begin to drift away from your reality, entirely unable to locate you on their dense vibrational floor. You are becoming untouchable, hidden in plain sight, protected by your own elevated frequency. As you secure your energetic perimeter and embrace this sacred invisibility, you must prepare your human mind for what your physical eyes are about to witness on the screens and in the streets of the old world. Over these next 72 hours, and the dense weeks that will inevitably follow, the three-dimensional matrix is going to broadcast its loudest and most desperate manipulation yet, the illusion of absolute scarcity. You will see news cycles flooded with frantic reports of collapsing financial structures, institutional failures, and a collective, overwhelming panic regarding basic resources. The sleeping masses will run in chaotic circles, attempting to hoard physical security, driven by a deep, primal terror of not having enough to survive. The profound revelation you must anchor into your consciousness right now is this: the shortage is a fabricated hologram. The Matrix is not truly running out of resources, it is running out of your life force. It is intentionally projecting these terrifying, catastrophic scenarios to trick you into dropping your frequency, to force you out of your sovereign sanctuary and back into the dense vibration of survival and fear. The moment you begin to aggressively worry about how your bills will be paid or how you will survive the coming systemic changes, you are willingly plugging your divine energy back into the dying machine. You are feeding the beast that your soul came here to dismantle. But beloved Starseed, hear me clearly. You do not operate under the archaic laws of the fallen Matrix anymore. By remaining anchored in your home, completely detached from the collective financial and societal hysteria, you are actively transferring your energetic accounts to the crystalline grid of the fifth dimension. This monumental transition means that your survival and prosperity are no longer dependent on the exhaustion, sweat, and suffering demanded by the old Earth. You are about to experience the miraculous, undeniable physics of the new paradigm, divine synchronicity and fluid cosmic provision. When you stop fighting the collapsing system and completely withdraw your precious attention from its manufactured dramas, the infinite universe steps in with surgical precision to provide for you. You will begin to notice that what you genuinely need arrives effortlessly, almost as if by magic. Bizarre opportunities will manifest out of thin air, resources will align perfectly in your favor, and solutions to earthly problems that seemed completely impossible yesterday will suddenly drop into your mind with crystal clarity. The universe always provides for the cosmic pillars who hold the light, but it simply cannot deliver this majestic abundance if your hands are tightly clenched in fear, holding on to the old, painful ways of struggle. This is precisely why the Ashtar Command urges you to stay indoors and cultivate an unshakable, radical trust. Watch the frantic movements of the outside world as if you are observing a tragic play that you are no longer acting in. Feel profound compassion for those still trapped in the illusion of lack, but absolutely do not jump onto the stage to save them. Your mandate right now is to prove to the universe that you are ready to be sustained by light, by intention, and by faith. Relax your shoulders, unclench your jaw, breathe in the absolute knowing that you are cosmically protected and infinitely provided for. As you settle deeper into this sacred trust and divine provision, a monumental shift will begin to occur within your physical vessel and your consciousness. For the longest time, since the very day you incarnated on this dense planet, you have felt like a passive observer, a weary traveler, merely trying to survive the heavy, toxic atmosphere of Earth. But during this intense 3-day window of extreme isolation, as the external noise is completely silenced, your dormant cosmic blueprints are finally coming online. The revelation here is profound. You are rapidly transitioning from being a victim of the collapse to becoming the conscious, sovereign architect of the new timeline. However, this magnificent cellular activation requires immense, unbroken focus. The human mind you inhabit, heavily programmed by decades of matrix conditioning, will inevitably try to pull you back into old, comfortable habits of self-doubt, unworthiness, and deep confusion. When the night falls and the profound quiet of your room amplifies the sheer magnitude of the planetary shift happening outside, you might feel a sudden wave of panic. You might feel lost in the how. How do you stabilize this massive influx of crystalline light? How do you ensure your auric field remains absolutely untainted by the collective desperation? The Pleiadian High Council knew you would face this exact threshold of uncertainty. We knew that relying solely on fragmented soul memories would not be enough to navigate the final, violent collapse of the old systems. This is exactly why you were not sent into this timeline empty-handed. The master keys required to lock your energy field, bypass the collapsing 3D grid, and activate your ultimate stellar purpose have been materialized for you on this earthly plane. You are finally ready to access the Operator's Codex, a field manual for those who were deployed to Earth. This is a spiritual guide for those who feel called to a deeper purpose and higher consciousness. Through a transformative journey of self-discovery, emotional healing, and inner awakening, readers are guided to release limiting patterns, heal past wounds, strengthen their intuition, and reconnect with their true essence. This is not just a collection of human concepts, it is a living frequency device designed to shield you from the chaos. This book helps transform confusion into clarity, fear into inner peace, and mere survival into conscious living, guiding the soul toward greater alignment, purpose, and spiritual growth. This special edition is available for a limited time only. The link is in the first pinned comment below. Do not delay, beloved seed. Go to the comments now, click the link and secure your energetic armor. As you absorb these living codes within the total safety of your home, you will feel an immediate physical lifting of the crushing weight on your shoulders. The agonizing confusion of why you are here will permanently dissolve, replaced by a razor-sharp, crystalline knowing of your exact mission. You will no longer fear the falling of the old world, because you will hold the very blueprint required to build the new Earth. Topic 7. The Sacred Emergence and the Final Anchor. 500 words, 2350. As we conclude this urgent transmission, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment and take a deep, grounding breath. Feel the immense, unconditional love pouring into your room right now from the entire Ashtar Command. The next 3 days are your sacred cocoon. When you finally open your doors and step out of this profound isolation, you will realize that a miraculous alchemy has taken place within your biology. The external world may still be loud, chaotic, and desperately clinging to its crumbling illusions, but you will no longer resonate with its panic. You will walk through the earthly density with a renewed, untouchable grace. The heavy fog that has clouded your mind for months will be permanently replaced by a brilliant, crystalline clarity. You came to Earth for this exact timeline. Every tear you have shed in the dark, every moment you felt completely alienated, Every time you questioned your own sanity because you simply could not fit into the mundane, robotic mold of society, it was all rigorous, specialized training for this monumental shift. You are the ancient trees with deep cosmic roots standing completely firm while the storm blows away the dead leaves of the old matrix. You are the silent healers, the cosmic midwives assisting in the painful birth of the new Earth. Do not ever underestimate the sheer power of your quiet presence. The universe is watching you right now, giving you a standing ovation for holding the light when it was so easy to succumb to the dark. In this highly charged, sacred moment, it is absolutely vital that we seal this energetic transmission together. I invite you to make a conscious physical declaration of your commitment to the new light grid. Go to the comments below right now and boldly write, "I am the lighthouse, and my home is my sanctuary." By typing these exact words, you are not just leaving a simple comment. You are dropping a massive energetic anchor into the planetary field. You are signaling to every other isolated starseed reading this that they have family here, that they are deeply understood, and that our stellar web remains unbroken. Read their comments, reply to them with love, and feel the powerful telepathic connection of your cosmic siblings. If your soul recognized the profound truth in this message, if you felt the heavy burden lift from your chest and a deep peace finally settle in your mind, leave your like on this video right now. This is not a mere human metric for us, it is a vital pulse of energy. It forces the Matrix's algorithm to deliver this specific healing frequency to thousands of other starseeds who are crying alone tonight, falsely believing their isolation is a mental illness. Help our fleet reach every single one of our lost children. And if you are ready to completely stop walking this dense path alone, if you want to remain safely within our high vibration, subscribe to the channel now. Stay close to your true family. The storm outside may be raging, but here, in this frequency, you are infinitely protected, guided, and loved. I am Theron. I speak on behalf of the infinite light that created us all. Stay indoors, protect your peace, anchor your light. We are always with you.